Good morning, guys, and I know the last time I held out on you guys, and I know all you want to be seeing what's going on with Stefan's 19 STI, and we decided to go a lot bigger on this car, and we had decided that pretty much even before it got tuned the last time with the FP Black. But the FP Black definitely did its job. Just went 10.4 at 132 in the quarter mile, and now what's left to do? Go faster. So Stefan wants to be on board with one of the 9-second daily driver cars, and here we have it, guys. Look at that. So what we have here is we have a full ETS rotated turbo kit and a 6466 with a 105 housing. That also is a very big intercooler. That's the ETS 5-inch intercooler that you guys see us use on pretty much everything we do. So big shout out to the guys over at ETS. Definitely happy to have them on our team. Their products worked amazing, and I'm really excited for this car to get this turbo kit that it really needed. Now, the one downfall is we are going to be putting the stock intake manifold back onto it because Stefan didn't want to go ahead and change that intercooler pipe again. So we're going to go ahead, put it on the stock intake manifold, but as you guys have seen, Travis's car has done amazing results with the stock intake manifold going a 968 at 141. So definitely have good results of it. Is there more on the table? Yeah, I'm sure there's more on the table. But there we have it, guys. This thing is beautiful, and we are going to start getting the FP Black torn off this car and start getting this new turbo kit on. So that's what this whole video is going to be about, and this new build series on Stefan's car, 800 wheel. Yep. Now Stefan's goal, he wants to keep the car reliable for just driving around. So remember how I talked to you guys about, 700 wheel and less is the reliable mark of these cars, and then after that things become maintenance. So we are going to go up to 600 Mustang, and then we will have a couple Hodder maps on the car as well that he can choose to use if he wants. Usually right around 600 Mustang is 700 Dynojet. So we backed that up before with our track times, and we're going to start by getting this thing all together to get to that goal. So let's do it. Let's get this thing opened up and let's start making progress, guys.
You try to work it out on your own before the time runs out. With the reckoning.
Well, this is gonna be the last time you guys see this setup on this car. We're gonna go ahead, start getting everything taken off this. We are gonna have to take the intake manifold off and everything off because obviously we're putting the stock one back on. So we do have quite a bit of work ahead of ourselves here. Well, what are we going to start with first? We're going to go ahead and get the car in the air, and we're going to start draining the coolant system so that way we don't have a bunch of coolant going everywhere, because obviously we have coolant going through our turbo there. We do have to change some things with our AOS. We're going to have to remount that thing. As you can see, it's tucked away over in the corner over here. That's not going to work with the new turbo kit, so we're going to have to custom make a mount to bolt it over to here like you guys always see me do. So we're going to have to do that, but like I said, first '05 STI, you guys seen him on channel. He got me a brand new creeper, and this thing is like a Cadillac, man. This thing is so nice. My other one's probably about 5 years old, so It's the little things. Definitely is nice. Thank you, Josh. And we got that coolant system bled. We got the car in the air, so you know what that means. We can start getting all these parts off this car. So first and foremost, like I always tell you guys, unhook your battery terminal. Just do it just in case, you know, you don't want to arc out, or you know, if you ever were taking off the alternator, arc that out. So let's just go ahead and undo the negative on the battery. Then from there, we're going to start getting all this intercooler system off, since we're not using any of the Cobb system anymore. That does mean we're going to need to pull the front bumper, so that way we can get our new ETS 5-inch intercooler mounted on this thing. So let's see here. Let's start with getting these piping up here off the car, and then from there we're going to start getting this bumper pulled so we can start getting our other piping mocked up, and we'll continue from there. I think this video will help out a lot of you that are looking to do a rotated turbo kit from a stock location car. Yes, I do know this car is a little bit different since we had to, you know, make some changes to make this system work on it, but for the most part, this is going to cover all the basics of what you're going to need to do from going from a stock location to a rotated car. And I think this will help out a lot of you, and we'll make this video as helpful as we can. Just take a look at how bad of an exhaust leak we had, guys. Look at that. Hopefully this picks it up on camera, but it is just black down there. So definitely had a bad gasket down there. I will show you guys that as soon as I get that out. And she still went 10.4 like that, guys. That's pretty impressive. So let's go ahead, let's start getting work. Enough talking. Now I got those intercooler pipes out of our way, I did go ahead and pull the battery all the way out of this car because we do have to take the intake manifold off. So some of this is going to be a little bit different than some of your guys' builds, but we do need to pull the intake manifold off. That way we can get this all apart. Then I can show you guys this actual inlet a lot better. And yeah, so next part is we're going to get the alternator off, get our belt off, get our belt on our AC pump off. Then from there we can start getting this box assembly apart and get our turbo inlet out, and then we can start getting this intake manifold off. So let's do it.
Love can't have so much conflict, even at 4:44 in the morning. Let my chair turn around, let it roll, cause I'm in control. Friday night on 56, light a match, yeah we lit. Give her what she worked for, but I ain't promising no promises. She took me to the back room, gave me what I wanted, then she looked back. Ooh, let the games roll, then she looked down. I'm in control. Anything for couple dineros. You can do now. You can do now. You can do now. I'm a killer on the loose, got my gun now. I'm a killer on the loose, I'm a beast man. I'm a killer on the loose, got my gun now. I'm a killer on the loose, I'm a beast man.
there we have it, guys. We got our intake manifold all taken off. I did kind of jump through that just because we have so many videos of doing so, and this being an aftermarket intake manifold, a lot of it's not relatable, so I went ahead, got that pulled off. As you can see here, this is what we're left with, and now you can definitely see all the black soot from exhaust just all around in here. It's so bad. So pretty funny that this thing did go that fast with that big of an exhaust leak. What that will do is obviously it will not give us all the power the car needs or we were wanting. So for those of you that don't comprehend, don't know, or don't understand, you know, having an exhaust leak, especially pre-turbo, is huge. I mean, you get late spool time, you know, it will throw the tune off in certain ways and you'll lose power. So pretty happy that we are pulling this thing apart, addressing this. We're gonna get that new turbo kit on. Next up, we do need to just go ahead, get this old turbo kit off the car, and from there we pretty much have it all to the basis of where we need it to be to start putting the new parts on. We are jumping a bit ahead here, but I did go ahead and get the downpipe off, get the turbo off, and guys, look how bad this gasket is. This is freaking hilarious. Look at that. It's not even there anymore. So you can see right there, yeah, there's nothing there, guys. Look how hot it was getting the oil return too, because it was blew that out, and this stuff is just literally cooked. So this thing went at 10.4 at 132 with a huge up pipe leak. There's more in this thing, guys. Too bad we're pulling it apart now and going bigger. So I just need to get this up pipe out of here. Once I get the up pipe out of here, then we can start going on to getting the new kit installed. Once I get the up pipe out, I'm gonna get the AOS out, so because we already have to move that. And then I think I'll end up taking a break for a little bit today because it's freaking hot out here, guys. As you can probably tell, it's probably about 95 out here, so definitely hot. We'll come back onto this a little bit later, but I'm gonna get this knocked out, and then you guys will see me a little bit later today.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the